Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Jean, and today we're going to work on part 5 and the last part of this junk journal. We're going to finish it up today. I got everything. You can probably see some of the stuff peeking out. Everything's surrounding me here. So today we're going to do some tags, and we'll kind of work on the cover. I'll show you how I'm going to do this cover. I close it up many different ways, but for this one is this easy for you guys, and that's what we're going to do today. All right, so let's pick out a tag here. Let's do one of the big tags. Let's see right there. What I do is just measure. I just put my ruler in. So I'm going to go with about 5 1/4 because I like to peek my tag out just a little bit. And then we can go, I think that's going to be too snug. Let's try 2 3/4. We can cut it down a little bit. Okay, there's many things you guys can use for tags. If you can use, of course, you can use a heavyweight paper, but I keep all these in my stash. These are from like sticker packs, stuff like this. This one here is actually from this paper pack here. And then I have things like this, which are from paper pad packs, so keep the backings of those because those are pretty nice. I just use any of that kind of stuff in my stash. I keep that. If you don't have any of that, if you have like store-bought, tag blanks and stuff like that, you can use that. But I try to use what you have. It is a junk journal, so we try to use what we have. I said I want 2 3/4. That might be a little snug, but we'll cut it at 2 3/4. We can cut it down. 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, let's quick check it. Keep my scrap over there just to see. Okay, perfect. There's a little space on each side. I don't like mine to be really tight, and you can see it peek out just a little bit. That's going to be good. Get it back out. Now let's back it. Now I back mine. I do one side. This is, you could write on this side, but it's, it's kind of a bright white. So, I could tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to use a little bit of this paper that came from our pack that we've been using. And then I'm going to put something on the front. Let's use this. So let's get some glue on here. Using my stick glue again because I think that's just, is nicer. It doesn't buckle my paper and stuff like that. You can use stick glue, you can use tape, whatever you want. Okay, get that on there. You decorate this any way you like. If this is your first time doing it, don't stress about it. If you don't have a lot of supplies yet, don't worry about it. Just do what you can. If all your pages are blank, that's fine. Leave them blank for now. And like I do, as I do a page, then I'll add some stuff on it. So, if you have even just a few stickers in your stash, you decorate it with that. If you have paper with different designs on, you can just cut out different elements. You don't have to have a lot of the paper. And I've got that on crooked, but that's okay. We don't worry about that. We don't stress about that. It's a junk journal. Remember that? Okay. Okay, that's our back. Now for my front, I have all these different pictures. I think we'll use one of these. These are all left from the pack yet and everything. So we're going to do something from here, I think. Pick one out we like. We got the butterflies. This is pretty, but he's going to be too big on there, so I don't want to use too much of that. Maybe I'll use this one. And I'll position this. And it's just going to fit on there, too. I'm going to position it like this, so we're going to get the daisy down here and then some of the writing. So let's do that. It's almost a perfect fit. Wet this, don't I use it too much. Some more glue up there. I hope you guys have liked this journal tutorial and you've learned a little something. I did this one for beginners, and I will, you know, do more difficult ones as we, you know, make different things. I just want to get you guys started on doing one. Sure, that's kind of straight. Perfect, perfect. Just rub it down. Get your edges really good. We're not going to do all the tags for this because I have some already kind of pre-made. These all came in a kit. They're more of a heavy, so they're already perfect. We're going to use those. I'm going to fill some of the pockets and show you where I would do with them. Okay. Now, don't worry about it. It looks like it curls and stuff. Normally, what I do, you know, is I'll lay them flat and put a book on top of them. But really, if you just rub it on one side, if it looks like it's curling, just kind of rub it the other way. It goes flat. So you can see it's already flat. Don't worry about that, doing that. Now, let's get a little hole on top here. Okay. So I have this. It's a ribbon punch. I think there's a different name for it, too. You can see it's got that little slot there. All this stuff will be linked in the description. And I just go, you can go down as far, you know, I just kind of guess, go right, you know, where you think the middle is. That, and we'll put ribbon in that later. And then for the corners, to make it look like a tag, I have the punch that says an angle punch on it. You can either use that, which I'll use it for this one. And then otherwise you could use, just cut it by hand, which I'll do that on another one. But first one, I'll show you this. And it gives you that little angle cut, like a tag. And then I'm going to grab, I don't have my little corner rounder here. Let's see right here. I'm going to grab my corner rounder. And I'm going to take the smallest one, which is this one. And I'm going to do the round the bottoms. That's just helps so the corner doesn't snag on things because it's kind of a pointy corner. That'll help that if it's a little bit rounder. You don't have to do that. I just think it makes your tag slide in. And you can do whichever size you want on there. I just take a little snip. So now I have that. Now, I don't know. It's pretty nice the way it is. You know, it's up to you if you want to add more stuff to it. You know, I'm not one that has to have a lot of stuff on it. Let me see what we have in. Oh, maybe I'll do like. I got that. I got those. I can use those maybe, but let's look at this first. Just something really. There's already some wording on there, and I don't like to cover up. Some people cover up and cover up and cover up. That's not necessarily me. I don't really like to cover up things. You know, I like the way that looks, so why do I have to cover it up? Let's see. Could add a little butterfly in there, and these colors are almost perfect. Could just add a little butterfly in there. He's going up and taking off there. This is your hardest part, deciding what you all want to do. Okay. And I'm not going to add no ribbons because I got to get some more ribbons, the thinner ribbons. Well, see, that'll just go right in there. And then you have the back side to write on. And you can go ahead and put more than one. A couple will fit in there. Okay, before we slide it in there, let's go ahead and ink everything. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. I think I like it the way it is. If I was using more of a plain paper, then I would probably decorate it more. But I have so many papers left from this kit that I want to try to use as much of it as we can in the kit. It's so pretty the way it is. Okay. Put that in there. So So now one of these corner pages, like this one, where I have the 3 corners, 3 tucks. Now these cards are perfect. So I have these bigger ones like this, and then there's all different sizes that came with it. It came with little tags. It came with all these different sizes. So we're going to utilize some of these, and we can just set them in like that. And we'll round the corners in just a minute, but let's see what we want to put in there. That's why this kit was really nice. It came with a whole bunch of this stuff, and these are cardboard. And I'm not even going to worry about the backs on these ones. We're going to go with it. Let's see what we want to use here. See, like, if I use this, let me see. What do I have that I can put on there quickly? That one's going to be too big. It's not bad, but it's a little bigger than I want. But you could take something like that. Excuse me, I hope my head's not going in, but I got stuff all the way back up here. I got a pretty long desk here. Let's see what this one looks like. I didn't bring all my stickers out here. I wouldn't have room for them. I don't like that one. I really don't. And don't be afraid to cut your stickers down too, guys. If they're too big, you know, don't be afraid to cut them down. Okay, I'm going to do something though on this one. I'm just going to show you different ways that you can. This would be good for writing, but you're going to have this whole back to write on. So let's see. I have all this other paper, not that one. Just trying to see what's all in this prettiness. These are some from my stash. If I want to tone down that way, I'll show you a couple things we could do, and we'll decide what we want to do. Now, if I want to tone down some of this whiteness, if you don't want it to show, I can actually put a lot of this over the top. I don't have to, I can just fill in this spot. Like, I can just go like that and cut it down and then just fill it in. Or we can take a little bit of our writing paper. This is always the fun part. I can take a little bit more. It's already got writing on there, but I can add a little bit more into the back. I'm trying to see if I have a sheet out here. It starts to get rather messy out here. I'm just going to quick cut some down so we can kind of see, and then we can decide. Let's see, I want to go cut down right about here. And then I do want to rough these up. I'm in the camera again. Never am I in the camera, right? Okay. Let me see how I like that with the sticker on top. The flower on top. I like that a little bit better, but I'm wondering if I want to cover everybody. Then I'd cover the butterfly up too. And then put the flower on top like that. I can also do, see what's in this other thing over here. Then I can maybe take a word, one of these tags. Okay, let's just go with this, guys. We're just going to do this. I may or may not really like it, but you know. My brain's having a hard time functioning today. I think that's upside down. Nope, that's upside down. Let's go right about here. I have a couple things I'm going to add on to here yet. Okay, then before I add the flower, I have, this one has a lot of long strips. Let's see. I don't need a real big one. Let's see what this one looks like. I might have to cut a little bit off. That should bring you down. get on a little straighter. This is like a washi. Let's just get that off. Okay, get you back over there. I'll do that. Now I have, this is a problem. It gets to be quite a mess around here. Okay, we have these kind of stamps. We're going to cover up a little bit more of it. What do we want? I think we'll just go with, that's going to be maybe pink. Let's see what this looks like. I have some smaller ones, I think, too. Let's go over this way. I don't want to cover up too much of the butterfly. So I'm showing you guys how you can collage. You can collage your page instead if you want to collage. Okay, now I'm not sure if I like that flower on there for sure or not. See, that's what happens. Okay, let's see what we have. Maybe just a smaller one now. Put down like this. And then what I want to do, and because this is washi, I can still pick this back up. Okay, and then I want to put this down. And I'm just going to take the sticker off. Throw my mess away. All right, we're going to lay the sticker down where we want it. And then we'll put that back over the top of the stem, like that, and cut that off. And then you have a collaged little tag instead. If you're someone who likes to do collaging and add lots of stuff on there, I'm going to round this. And these I'm not going to put tabs for ribbon in the top, because these are, I use more as journaling cards. Okay, get this capped. Then we'll go ahead and ink it. Make sure I got everything cut off there on the edge. And that's how you can do some collaging instead if you want to. Okay. Then we can add that one into this pocket. So we have 3, and then down here I'm just going to add some of these itty bitty little tags that came with it. And I'm not even going to do the holes on them. So we're going to add 2 like this. And you can go like that. So let's ink those 2. And that's how you can use these little pieces that come in this kit. Now, you may not have a kit like this, but you can buy this stuff. I'm going to have this linked for you guys. But you can buy this stuff just about anywhere. I got mine off of Amazon, these kits, so that it was easier for you guys, because I know there's a lot of people that really don't like to shop through like Temu and stuff. I did Amazon, where it's a little easier to get for people. So there, then I would just put some cards like that in the pages. So you got that one done. So then I have, let's see, that would be just a simple one. So we'll wait on that one. Let's go to one of these side tuck ones. Let's go ahead and do one of these side tucks. Okay, so we have this side tuck. Like I said, for this, when I have pages like this, usually this whole side I write on. And then this side I'll have my tag in or journal card or whatever it is. A journal card will be on this one. And then I go ahead and put some stuff on here. And then this one I will probably decorate later on too. But let's do this little journal. We'll put a little journal card in here. See if we can go ahead and find our ruler. Now, right here's my seam where it folds, so I don't want to go that far up. So I'm just going to go 3 inches on this one. 3 by 4 3/4. What are some of these tags that I have? That's like exactly 4 3/4. what is it this way? 3 1/4. I just may use one of them. There's a sideways one. I noticed I have one that goes sideways, like where this goes up and down. This one goes sideways, so this will work perfect in here. So I try to get rid of my cards first, so that'll work perfect in there. All we want to do on this one is we're going to round the corners, and I think I'm just going to do my medium one. And again, I'm not going to really add nothing, I don't think. Later on, as I'm putting my journals together, I might decide that I do want to add something on. But when it's got this much stuff on already, I don't, like, for me, it's like, why mess with it? It's so pretty already. It's got wording on there. It's got a little of everything that you want. So it's perfect. And look at that. It's even got lines on the back for journaling. So it's perfect, I think. Everybody's different. Some people really, really, really like the collage. And I'm like, I guess I'm more maybe a minimalist when I do my journals. I don't like a lot of clutter because I think if you start putting too much on, then you're gonna run out of space for journaling, adding your own personal touches. So that fit in there perfectly. And you could put a couple in there if you want. So that's perfect there. And then we have that one up there that we did. Just watching the time. Your little corner tucks like this, same thing. We can use any of these cards. I'm digging down to my cards, got lost down here. I'm going to put something in the middle there. What? I don't know yet. I kind of like this. These colors kind of go nicely with it. And like I said, I try not to bring too much of my own stash in here because I was trying to use what they give you. Let's see. Let me see what I like about this one. Let's see. You guys are getting like a quick version because trust me, I spend way more time on a page than I'll keep everything I'm using for a journal in one of my baskets, those little bin things that I have. Keep everything in there until I'm done with the journal. And then I just can carry that little tote thing around. And when I'm ready to do a page, everything is right there. So keep everything contained. Let's see. I don't know if I really necessarily want anything from here or not for sure. If I can find the right thing that I want. Let's see what some of those say. Let's just check out this butterfly up here. You know I have a thing for butterflies, don't you? Just going to put that just to kind of do that center up a little bit. Now another thing on these kind of tags, like if you find things that have this border on, you don't like that, you know, border, it's off-white. If you don't like that, you can cut that right down. You don't have to keep that border on there. I don't have a problem with the border though. Let's see if I want to put, I had some other little, I'm missing something here. I had some smaller stamps, but they seem to have gone missing. I could only fit so much on this table, guys. And like I said, I do so much of it myself. I could do a word. Okay. I know this journal's probably gonna be a lot about some of the medical issues that my daughter's gone through. My dog was just diagnosed with an eye problem. So I may be using this for a lot of that to see how things are coming along, improving, stuff like that. Because it's been a stressful few months with everything that's been going on. All right. Are we happy with that, guys? Besides inking it? I'm happy with it. I know there's probably journal people out there thinking, yo, you need more stuff on there. Like I said, So now I'm just I went over, and so I'm inking more on that whiter area to make it a little bit darker. Can you see that? So I take my brush more on the edge like this instead of just going straight up and down. I'm going more on an angle just to catch that. There's, you know, there's different ways of inking to get a different effect. Now see how that kind of toned it a little bit so it kind of matches the center a little bit. Made it a little bit more distressed. Put that in there. And then we can just tuck in a few more of those small ones that we have, because I know I have quite a few. Trying to see if any of those were heavy. Just ticking. I kind of like to put them on angles like that. What's this one here? No. This one maybe. So I kind of like to put, and there's a lot you can do with these. You can write on those. You can add a little picture on the back. You can, you know, just leave it like it is. No one says you have to even do anything with it. I just like to have extra things in there for when my mind says you need to do something more. And my mind's always telling me what to do, guys. Trust me. My mind has a mind of its own. Okay. So there's yet like another way. So what else we got that's the same pocket, let's go back and do this one. This one here, all I'm going to do is probably take one of the cards too. Let's see what we have left. Ooh, that one's pretty. I'm probably just going to take one of these cards I have left, because I have a few. I have a couple that are sideways, so that's not good. I mean, some people don't care, but I'm a little different. I kind of like more of an upright if it's an upright. So I'm going to use that pretty pink one. And all it would do is just slide in there just like that. Did I do, I don't think I will do the corners on that one. But this one I'm going to do the corners for sure, because it might catch on the ribbon. It's not catching right now. But see, it just holds it in. You can see most of it. So I've got it pretty perfect there. And I'm going to add this pretty little, I just realized my one scissors aren't here either. Okay, I'm just going to add this up into the corner like that. So it's not so plain looking. And then I might add another. I like these words in this. I gotta see if I can find some more. This is probably it's probably old, but it's probably something I won't find anymore. I like these green ones though, I really do. How about captured moments? I'm just gonna add that up here where this space is. So don't look so plain up there. And then I think I'm going to go with the big round one this time. Just for something different. So it looks like that. Then let's go ahead and ink that up. So you don't have to do anything special, guys. You don't have to fancy it up at that much. I'm keeping this one simple for you guys to show you. Junk journal does not have to be scary. I'm not doing much to my stuff because we're keeping it simple. Now we can even put a little bitty one. Let's see. Down on the bottom there. I think that looks lovely. Okay, let's see if we got some more cards. We'll fill all these cards in here. I know I have another flip out page somewhere because I got a sideways card. I just got to find it. Here we go. Because I've seen a couple sideways cards here yet. How about the birds? Will it fit? It's a little snug. I'm going to have to trim it just a little. But that's okay. But it matches nicely. Look at the browns all match that one. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take off of this side, I think. I'm just going to take a teeny one. And this one I don't even have to distress. I will have to on this side, but this side's already distressed. So let's just take a little off. I don't like to take too much off at once, so I just kind of take a little bit at a time. That's perfect. And look, it doesn't even look like it was cut now, does it? So it was almost, my ink matched, pretty much matched their ink. We're just going to slide that into that pocket, because you could decorate, you know, behind here. You could, there's so much you can do, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all that decoration and decorating and collaging and this and that and all that stuff. It's just, it can be rather scary. Okay, this one I'm going to go ahead, and it's already got, like, we can cut for the tag, so I'm going to go ahead and do that on this one. So I'm just going to cut it where the tag is. Let's see, am I okay with that around the edges? I don't think so. So I'm going to trim those edges. Thought I had two for a minute, so I'm just going to trim it right down, get that off the edges. For some reason that one I really didn't like the looks of. Get the scraps out of there. Okay, let's go ahead and definitely ink this one. Then I want to show you guys how to, I forgot to show you, to cut your own corner for your tags. Let's put this in here. So I've got like different shades of browns going on, and I would probably later on, most likely decorate something here later on. Okay, what do I have? I can just show you on, not that. So let's take one of these pieces. So if you want to put, you make your own corners, all you do, and you don't have to worry about even how, you know, fancy you are, but just take and cut it, pull it off, and then you flip it to this side, or you can eyeball both sides. Okay, and then you have a tag. Now I did a long one there for you, but you can just go ahead and eyeball. You don't even have to do that. I just eyeball. Like, I don't care if it's not totally perfect. Like if it bugs me, you know. But so you can do it different ways. You can make yourself, if you have some store-bought tags, keep one as a template and keep that in your stash, and you can always use that to cut your edges and stuff like that. So keep that in your stash. Him on a little angle. What else do we have? Okay, we better get going because we're at 33 minutes. So let's get going with the front cover, because that's going to take a little bit to dry. So the first thing I want to do, so how I'm going to just use ribbon to tie mine closed. Now you can just go ahead and take a ribbon and tie it. Okay, I like to, hello Jean. So you can just go ahead and take your ribbon and just tie it. I like to kind of secure mine a little bit. So let me just take off what I think I'm going to need. About like that. I'll kind of give you, now it's up to you how much extra you have. This will give me quite a bit of extra once I tie it. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. So what I want to do first of all is find the halfway mark. So let's just kind of hold this together and find where my halfway mark is. I'm going to be putting more ribbon on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure it right here. So I'm just going to take my fiber tack and I'm going to secure it. That way, sometimes when I'm playing around with my albums that have ribbon and stuff on like that, and if I don't secure it somehow, and there's other ways you can secure this, I end up truly just losing my ribbon. So I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric tack right down on the edge there. And then I'm just going to bring my ribbon back up and lay it over and see if I'm kind of centered. Because, you know, that's my thing, trying to center things. And we'll hold that for a minute. Let this sit there too long. Okay, and then what we're going to do, get that, make sure it'll stay. Okay, I'm just going to tie this so it's out of my way for a minute. Just a quick little tie down here. just so it's not flopping around too much. Okay, so I have that. So then we're going to take this ribbon, and then I'm going to put it, it goes around like that. So what I will do is kind of see where its halfway mark is, and then I will glue this down to the front first. And it hides that ribbon, and it's going to help hide these edges, so you don't see that. So let me go ahead and get some fiber tack on there. Fabric tack, I mean, I'm saying fiber. I don't know, maybe I need some fiber. Okay. It's gonna come out. Sometimes it's a little harder to come out. Fabric tack can be not a fun one to use. Okay, so I'm just putting some down. Then I'm going to line this up the best I can. The best I can where, you know, I can't, you know, can see, because I can't really see because. So let me pick that up and see if that's somewhat straight. I'll use my lines because that adheres pretty good, pretty quickly. So I'm going to try to get that in position. Use that. Okay, let's cut this off. Okay. Let's make sure we're in camera because I just lost my darn thing again. Okay, then I'll flip it over, and then we'll add some fabric tack to the back here. You don't need a lot of this stuff. Trust me. I'm just kind of scraping it on. And we're going to just fold it over. Okay, I need a little right here. Okay. Down just along the edge here. Okay. All right, so now we have something like that. And I like my ribbon to go. So I like to go in the middle, not off the side. And you can do it in a bow if you want, or just a knot, or whatever you'd like. That's up to you. You know. So I like something like that, and you can make this as long as you like. Your tails. Then I think I want to see these. I don't like to put a lot on my front because I don't know where I'm going to be putting it. This little edge here that just doesn't want to stick. But I'm thinking, because it's really quite pretty the way it is. So I don't, you know, keep it minimalist. I have these little flower things. Let's see what we like. If we like, I'm just going to try them first, just to add a little dimension. I can print them something like that, or I can stick them something like up in the corner, like that. Almost thinking I like it just along my lace. It's not quite as dark as the other flowers. And then let's put them down and see what we like. This works good for this kind of embellishments and stuff. And then sometimes what I do is, like when I have a big space like this, is I'll leave that alone until I'm done with my journal, and then I will add a title to it, I mean. Not always, but sometimes I will do. What else I like to do is, let me just get this last one on, and then we'll pretty much be done. I'll show you what else I like to do. Get the string. This is like using hot glues, all the string. Okay. All right. Okay. Don't worry, that stuff holds, let me tell you. So I think that's all I'm going to do. But here's what I like to do. Every time you work on a page, make sure you date it. So I will put the date, the year, everything. I might put a little title on the tops, you know, saying, you know, like it was Christmas Day or whatever, or my trip to the zoo. I might put along the top and then write about it. You know, what like this page is, you know, I won't write on this too much. I might cover it later on, and like I might just cover part of it and write on it, and then add a few things. So like these cards, you have plenty of cards, or this one I would put a picture on and then write on the back side about it. I mean, there's so many things you could do it. You do it the way you like. Don't, you know, do what people say you should do it. This is a junk journal. It's a personal, for me, it's more personal, I think, than an album. Yes, an album you put pictures in, but it's easier to give albums away to people, gift them, than it is for a junk journal, because you don't know their taste in junk journals. Like, a lot of people don't even like junk journals, let's face it. I like that. Kind of looks like, you know, so that's why sometimes I like my smaller tales and stuff. But a junk journal to me is something more personal, like a diary. Now, you do it the way you want, but so I think that we're going to call that quits on this, guys. For our first junk journal. We will later on, I have a really cool album and an album holder coming up that I designed and I've been working on for a little bit. So that'll be our next project we'll do first. And then we'll get back to junk journals later on, and I'm probably going to make a fabric covered junk journal. And if you guys have any other suggestions you want to see me make, if there's a different type, you know, like, do you want a hardcover junk journal or whatever, just leave me a comment in the description, and I will, or down in the comment section, and I will work on that for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this beginner journal, and I hope you can do it and let me know how it worked. Oh my God, I just can't even talk right now. And let me know how it went for you. All right, guys, I take care, and I will see you in the next one.